Howdy guys, right here are some Ogallala Agates that I'd like to show you. Now you might ask me, what makes this an Ogallala Agate? And what I'd tell you is, this guy right here was dug up from the gravel that makes up the Ogallala Aquifer here in Kansas. Now, I didn't dig these out of the gravel myself, I didn't go down there all the way down to the aquifer. Actually, where these guys came from is a sand pit where rock was mined to build up the foundations of roads back probably in like the 30s or 40s. They dug down and they got this gravel and sorted it out of the sand and, in a sand pit where the water eventually seeped up from the water table and they use these big dredge crane things to scoop all this stuff out. Then they sort it by size in a big rock sorting machine and they go and they put it on the roads to keep them together. Well, nobody's actually looking at this stuff. So, where a lot of the stones, probably 95% of them, are things like basalt and limestone and granite, whatnot. Some of them are these guys, these beautiful cryptocrystalline silicate minerals, right? They're so pretty. But these guys might have come originally from Michigan. They would have formed somewhere, most likely up in the mountains. And then during one of the ice ages that happened well before human recorded history, these guys were struck by a glacier and essentially pile drived through the sand all the way here, where the glacier started to recede and it left all of this glacial till, right? And then erosion and wind and wearing, because, of course, we're in windy Kansas. These guys get buried all the way down deep in the ground because they're heavy, and then they get dug up and put on the roads, and then I go drive around on the roads and find them. So there's all different kinds of things that you'll find here, but I'll call them all Ogallala agates. And something that really makes them unique is that so the pieces that survive are usually the most stable pieces that go through that hardcore grinding and turning under the glacier. And another interesting thing is that a lot of uranium and thorium and radioactive potassium gets swept up in that till too. So these guys sit there baking in radiation for a couple centuries before they're dug up. And I'm not exactly sure about this, but I'm pretty sure that's why they're kind of discolored. On the outside, their color on the inside's different. I know radiation can change the color of gemstones. So can light and exposure to different minerals and acids. And this kind of wear from being in the aquifer, I think, is what has caused that. The minerals being deposited in them and the radiation from the surrounding rocks changing their structure. But anyways, these are just some Ogallala agates, right? Check this out. So cool. I bet you've never heard of them before. Sometimes they're really pretty in their natural state because of that radiation. And sometimes when you actually grind on these, there's not much color on the inside, and it's only a couple inches deep. See, like there? Less color on the inside than there is on the outside. But they're just beautiful, beautiful rocks. And they're all different colors because all different types of stones were crushed up. And you can actually find all kinds of stones like topaz and sunstone in the till also. But that's for another time. I'll make a video when I'm out there. See you guys. Bye.